year ago, I signed a contract with Hyperion to publish 2 young adult romantic fantasy novels. The first one is called The Ruins Beneath Us and it comes out on March 3rd, but it's available for pre-order everywhere right now. Last week I got to go to the Young Adult Book Festival in Charleston, South Carolina. This was probably a top 25 day of my life, so I'm so grateful that I vlogged it and I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, I just landed in Charleston and I had planned that I was gonna vlog like right when I got to the airport and start updating you on my trip and stuff, but I actually got an email super late last night that they chose the audiobook narrator. She's amazing, incredibly talented. Her resume is out of this world. So I had to hop on really quickly and just write an email to the team. So anyway, I tried to write out, like I feel like I always end up writing like a short essay. I'm super excited to see where that goes. My Uber is 1 minute away, so I'm gonna get in the Uber, head to my hotel, and then try to find some food. And then I also need to buy eyelashes, so pray for me. I look so tired. I feel so tired. As you can see, I definitely overpacked. My plan is to just drug myself. All right, I got edamame, pho, broth. I'm so tired. Spring rolls. Yeah, I think this is like the noodles and stuff. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna crush this. Good morning. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like asleep in my hotel room and the TV suddenly turned on, like full volume, full light, and I'm like at 4 a.m. and my heart was beating so fast that I kind of lay there for maybe like 10-20 minutes and eventually I just gave up. I was like, no, I'm not gonna be able to go back to sleep. The concept of trying to talk while I'm doing my makeup and trying to vlog and do makeup and get ready at the same time, for some reason that really stresses me out. Like I don't know how the beauty creators do it. I also don't know if you can tell, but I woke up this morning with a really cute cold sore. She is beauty, she is grace, she's so glamorous. It is 7 o'clock in the morning now. The sun is rising, the tank is clean. I'm feeling good, feeling ready for the day. I actually just barely put in an order on Uber Eats to get eyelashes because I did just forget a couple things. I've been feeling so stressed and so nervous. I bought this book a while ago called Before and After the Book Deal that's to help you kind of walk through the process of writing a book and then publishing and then kind of everything that comes after publishing. And it's been really eye-opening reading it, realizing how lucky I am. But I think the more cognizant I become of how lucky I am and how special I feel and how many things are working out, the more cognizant, just the more nervous I am. Like I literally feel nauseous right now. I felt a lot of the same way during Miss Utah. Like throughout my years Miss Utah, for the first time, I would get really bad anxiety stomach aches. Like I would get so anxious and nervous that I would feel sick to my stomach. And I feel like pretty much that whole year as Miss Utah, I was so nervous. I saw this video with Anne Hathaway saying this thing, that when she was younger, she felt similarly, like so many nerves so much of the time, but that as she's gotten older, she's had to learn to just like say thank you to life and not question if you deserve it or not question if you're doing enough. I also feel like there's, at least for me, in promoting this book, I feel like there's so much more that I could always be doing. I should be making more YouTube videos. I should be learning more skills, making more TikToks to promote Ruins, but then I'm trying to write book 2 and that's been tough. I feel like I've been a little bit creatively stuck on book 2. So all of that to say, I feel like I just don't feel like I've been handling it that well. And now I feel like that's all sounding very woe is me, and I don't want to sound woe is me, but I do want to kind of let you in on the reality that I think you know, from the outside in, you might think like, oh, well, if I was going to my first book festival, I would just be so happy and enjoying and soaking it all in. And I'm like, instead, I just feel so nervous. And so my goal today is to just enjoy it, to just relax and enjoy it. All right, it's 7:20 now. I'm gonna go downstairs and go grab some breakfast from the hotel breakfast. I ended up going with the blue dress from Zara, and I have these cutie little heels on. And then I also have kind of flower earrings that match the book a little bit. So that's the fit. I'm gonna call the Uber now and we're gonna go. So my biggest fear was that absolutely nobody was gonna come to this event because we didn't do that much advertising. I really was not sure if anybody was gonna come out. The event was at, I think it was 10 or 11 a.m. and I was getting ready and I got a text from my publicist at like 7 or 8 o'clock. And she said, hey, could you do a post and let people know that the line is on the south side of the building? And I was like, the line? When I pulled up to the event in the Uber and I saw all of the people there, I started crying. I'm literally gonna start crying right now. I think it was just a moment where it became really real to me. Like, this is my dream. Like, if 12-year-old Sasha knew the journey that I'd been on the last 5 years, like, she just wouldn't believe it. There was this one little girl there who was actually her birthday, and that just blew my mind that someone would want to spend their birthday going to this book event. We all sang happy birthday to her. At the beginning of the event, they did a demonstration on how to make the flower crowns, and then they had me get up and say a few words about the story behind the book and some of the themes that I put into it. And then I was supposed to go around to each of the tables and sign people's books, but I am so sorry for this. I was moving so slowly and just really enjoying chatting to people, and I think I had only made it to about 3 tables when my publicist came up to me and was like, hey, we only have about 10-20 minutes left, like, you need to get moving faster. So I really do apologize to the people that I didn't make it to your table. Since I didn't get to everybody's table, they had me stay and kind of go off to the side and continue to sign people's copies while they got the venue ready for the next event. And then they had me go over to the Hyperion booth, sort of in the central bazaar area. And then, since there were still people who wanted to get their copies signed, they asked if I could come back at 3 o'clock and do another hour of signing. I loved talking to people. Like, I feel like writing is so isolating, which is interesting because reading is such a social activity. Like, I think that we read books because we want to connect with someone else's brain. So I personally cannot wait until the day that people have actually read this book and I can talk to people about what's in the story. There were also 2 really interesting serendipitous things that happened. One of them was like, while I was signing a book, I hear like, Sasha, and I look up and it's one of my roommates from college that I haven't seen in years. And she's actually working for the ad agency that makes TikToks for TikTok. And she asked, since I was there, if I wanted to come and do an interview that would be posted on the TikTok account. And I'm like, absolutely, I would like to do that. So my debut novel, The Ruins Beneath Us, is about a young elf named Lyria who is raised in complete isolation because of possessing an illegal magical ability called a talent. And it follows her journey after saving the prince of the human kingdom. She travels to the castle and becomes the royal apothecary.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
I think you're gonna be really happy.
Another very fun serendipitous thing that happened, I had a little bit of a lunch break between that first signing session and the second signing session, and my publicist suggested that I check out this restaurant called Hall's Chop House that's on kind of the main strip. And so I went over and it was so nice, and also it was packed even though it was the middle of the day, so they had me sit at the bar. And since I was kind of in a celebratory mood and they had told me to go there, I was like, I'm gonna order a few things. So I ordered like a tea and a drink and a salad, and I ordered a steak. I ordered the cheapest steak on the menu, but I did get a steak. But they brought out the burrata salad and it was so good. Like, if you know me, I love a burrata salad, and it was big, and so I filled up on this salad so much so that when they brought out my steak, I could not get like more than a few bites of it down, and I felt so bad. While I was eating, I struck up a conversation with the couple next to me, and they were so nice. They were asking me about the book and, you know, where I'm from in Utah and New York City and all that kind of stuff. And then I also started talking to the girls on the other side of me that were visiting for the Food and Wine Festival. And the couple next to me was so nice that I asked if they could wash my bag while I went to the bathroom. So I had them wash my computer, went to the bathroom, I came back, and when I sat back down, the waitress, you know, had taken my meal, and she was like, oh, and by the way, like, your check's been taken care of. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry, where's the check? She's like, it's been taken care of. I'm like, what? She's like, somebody wanted to pay for it. So I don't know I don't know if it was the restaurant that comped the meal, because the girls next to me who were there for the Food and Wine Festival, they said that the customer service at this restaurant is just like notoriously so good that it's pretty common that if you don't finish your meal or if it's not your favorite, they'll just comp it for you. I also think maybe it was the couple next to me because they were so nice and friendly. Maybe they just paid for my meal. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But they paid for my meal, I got a free meal. My instinct is that I feel kind of bad, but I'm trying to just say thank you to life and be like, thank you, that was a really cool serendipitous experience that has never happened to me before. Before I came to the festival, I didn't really have any idea of what to expect. I did not realize Y'all Fest takes over the whole downtown area. So you're walking around downtown and it's like in the bookstores, in the coffee shops, in the museums. All in all, it was just such an incredible day and such an incredible experience. It made me so excited to be able to do this more, and especially to have people read this book and connect with it. As a reminder, The Ruins Beneath Us is available for pre-order right now from everywhere that you buy books. Pre-orders are so important, especially for first-time authors. Pre-orders determine things like if your book gets onto the bestseller list, they determine if stores stock your books, if there's gonna be events. Every single pre-order counts at this point, and I am so appreciative of every single person who's pre-ordered or has read an ARC or has left a review on Goodreads. Like, all of that matters so much, and I'm beyond appreciative. And I cannot wait for March 3rd. Like, honestly, March 3rd cannot come fast enough.
Nice to meet you. Are you